Hi, I'm installing Allure Ultra plank flooring in a basement. It is a beautiful floor. It's a beautiful piece of product, but it is unlike what it says on their advertising and what other people have said. It is not easy to install, but I've learned a couple of tricks, and there are no real tricks online for anybody to show anybody, so I'd like to show you what I found to be the easiest way to get this stuff together. Okay. The most important thing is to get it in this groove first, as close to the edge as possible. Okay, and the only way it's going to go in is if you lift it up. Now what happens is this board also lifts up. So as you try to put this board in, okay, the board next to it winds up lifting up too. So now if you see, I kind of got the board in a little bit. It seems to be in, but it's also sticking up here. Okay, now what that means is it's in the groove, but it's not all the way in. Okay, so it's sticking up here, as you could see, the two boards, but that doesn't, if I push it down, it's not necessarily all the way in. It will pop out again. So what I've done is I've cut an old piece and used the tongue and groove from an old piece and just tap it in. And what happens is when you tap it, you see it goes down. Okay, that means it's actually in the tongue and groove. So when you tap it, you see it go down. So now it went down. That means it's insecure. And you look along, you see if you got a little opening. If you have an opening, you just put your tongue and groove, because you don't want to damage the tongue and groove on the piece that you're putting down. And tap it in. Then you just go along and you tap it. Now, what happens is when you go to the next one, of course, when you put this piece in, it goes in nice and hunky-dory, fine and dandy. Try to get it as close to the corner as possible. You put this in first. Now, when you try to put this piece in, the next piece is, you got to lift it in order to get it to go in. So what happens is when you lift it, it comes out of the tongue and groove again. You see this one's starting to come out. So don't worry about it too much. Just put this one in, okay? Try to get it into where it all stands up again. Okay, see now it's standing up again. Don't try and push it down, because as soon as you push it down, it's gonna pop out, and so on and so forth. So you just take your board here, put it in the seam, and you hit it. You see it settled down by itself. That means it's in the tongue and groove. You put it over here, you hit it down, and you see it goes down by itself. Check your lines, looks good. Tap it down, go back over here and look, and if it's popped out, I see a little bit of a seam here. I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna tap this in a little bit more. That looks perfect. Okay, and we're all down, and you continue along. So that's the key to installing the next piece with the piece before it trying to come out again. Leave it up. You'll feel it sit up high. When it sits, grab your piece, tap it. You'll see it settle down on its own, and then continue along, and then go back and check your work. But don't hit the tongue and groove with this. Don't hit the tongue and groove with a block. Use a piece of allure. Cut the end off. Lift it up, tap the end, it'll settle down, and that to me was the easiest way to install this floor, but it was a lot of back-breaking trial and error in the first 300 square feet before I actually figured it out. Actually, my dad helped me out, so thanks to my dad, because he put down quite a few floors himself, okay? Thank you, and good luck, and enjoy your new floors.